Hello everyone. So I hope all of you are doing well at your home, and one thing I want to say you first of all, as a social message you can consider, or you can say a general instruction which is must you should follow. You should follow all the guidelines of the COVID-19 beta, because this crisis is invisible. First of all, this particular disease is invisible and we can't predict what will happen next day. So we should not bother about this now, because we are again going to start in a new way, in a better way, to provide you the best possible content in the form of lectures. And I hope you will use it very positively and you will connect with us very positively. Once you will connect with us very positively, I can guarantee you, there will be no difference between our offline and on this particular YouTube platform. What you have to do is, you have to sincerely work on your given work, given homework, given whatever given instructions to you, you should follow them very properly. Because we can convert this particular crisis into opportunity also, just our perspective needs to change. I understand this, so many students finds difficulty, but now we should not think over the difficulties, we should think over the how we can go with this particular crisis now. So this is the only way, I think, and I hope you will utilize this particular way in a best possible manner. So now, without taking much time, I am going to start the last topic of chapter number, you can say 3 of our chapter number 2 of our physics, as far as our physics part is concerned. We have completed motion, that is very first chapter, and we have completed the second chapter, or the second chapter of physics, we can say, that is force and laws of motion. Force and laws of motion, which was going on, but due to sudden, you can say, COVID-19 surge, we could not continue in the offline. So I will continue here now. So I hope everybody will focus here very well. So open your pen, take out your copies, and start maintaining the notes also at the same time. I will check your notes. You need to prepare your notes here only while watching the video. Also, you can do is, you have so many options on this particular video. You can stop it, you can resume it. All the options are available with you, so you should not worry about that. Now, before moving into the topic, the last topic of this particular chapter, that is conservation of momentum. Before going into that, I want to clear you first of all, I want to instruct you, before going to it, please go through the topic which is already discussed in the class during second law of motion. Under the heading of second law of motion, I make clear you one topic called momentum. What is momentum? What is the formula for it? What is this quantity? How we defined it? We have already discussed in the class itself, and you have the notes of this also in your copy. Please check once, and then after go through this particular video and the topic which I am going to deliver here. So now, the last topic I am going to start now is conservation of momentum. So this term should be clear to you already with the help of the notes or with the help of your previous lectures. Again, I am just make you for your clarity. Momentum is denoted by P. Its formula is mass into velocity. You know very well. Generally, we can say mv. P is equals to mv. We know very well. Yes. But now, what is conservation of momentum means? Momentum we got, but so we need to learn one more term here is there mentioned, conservation. But so this term will be very, very rigorously used in this particular physics, especially in our science stream, especially conservation of mass, conservation of energy. I hope you heard in chemistry also. So let me make you clear the term conservation first of all. What actually the meaning of conservation is. So let's take one example to understand the meaning of conservation. I hope you know also a little bit about the conservation of forest. Have you heard? I think so. But in physics, how we can define conservation, I am going to make you clear with one analogy, one example. So let's see what is the example and what is the analogy behind this. So bachcho, let's take one house. Let's take this house or home, whatever you can say. It is isolated one, means there is no home, there is no house nearby this. It is isolated, completely isolated. Nobody is nearby this house, nobody is residing nearby this house, so this house is isolated. No, and all the gates of this house are closed right now. All gates are closed. All gates are closed. It means no external person can enter here. No external person can interfere or you can say enter into this house. And let's take in this house there is some people living. One is a father, other one is a mother, one daughter, one son is there. So it is a very small family of 4 people, as you can see on the board. And let's say this particular person have 500 rupees, father have 500 rupees, this mother also have 500 rupees, daughter have let's say 100 rupees, and the son have, let's say equality we can just follow here, 100 rupees. So bachcho, you can see the total amount in this house right now is how much? So 500, 500, 500, 100 and 100. So 500 plus 500, 1000 plus 1100 plus 1200. So what is total amount in this house right now? So you will say, sir, the total is right now, initial amount is 1200 rupees. I hope you can count it very easily. Yes. Okay, no issues. So let's say there is a day, today is the daughter's birthday. Today is the daughter's birthday. So she is just taking the blessings of the parents, obviously. On the day of the birthday, you just took your blessing of your parents. There is no doubt about it. So she just took the blessing. In the blessing, while giving the blessing, the father have given her, this particular daughter, 500 rupees as a birthday gift or as a blessing, you can say, general gift, to purchase some gift or to purchase some, you can say, clothes or whatever you want to say. Okay, so this father transferred his 500 rupees to this particular daughter. So now how much rupees is remaining with the father? Sir, you will say now 0. Now how much rupees with the girl now? Sir, you will say I think 600. Yes, you know. This amount will be changed to. This changed to 0 and this changed to 600. I hope you are looking very properly and you can getting this point very clearly. Now this father have given to this particular girl 500. Okay, she also took the blessing, but mother have not given to her because her father have given. So that's enough. Now I want to ask you, after father giving to the daughter the amount of 500, tell me what is the amount in the house right now after this particular interchange, you can say. So you will say, sir, 0 plus 500 plus 100 plus 600 plus 600. So calculate it. What is the total? Sir, 566 plus 1200. Sir, again it is 1200 only. Again there is a total amount in the houses after all the exchanging and all the, you can say, transferring the amount from here to here and here to here, but wherever, the total amount in the house remains still the same, that is 1200 and 1200. Amount did not changed, we can say. So we can say that the total initial amount and the total final amount in the house is remains same, or we can say in the house total initial amount is equals to total final amount. Yes, Yamada. Yes, there is no very I hope you are getting this particular point. There is no kind of confusion here. If you do have, just watch it slowly and you can repeat once to make it clear very properly. Again I am making clear once more. The daughter have been given by the father how much amount? 500 rupees. So father have now 0 rupees and the daughter have 600 rupees. This is not changed yet because we have not transferred to anyone else. This son have only 100 and mother have still 500. So again we just calculated it, we got only how much? 1200. So what was the initial amount in the house? You will say sir 1200. And what is the total amount right now in the house? Again sir, it is 1200 only. So it is very simple calculation, we can do very well. Yes, this is the only calculation we need to understand this particular concept of conservation. So can I say the money is conserved in the house? Sir, what you are saying? I am saying that the total money is conserved in the house. What does it mean? It means that the total initial amount is equals to total final amount. Amount did not change. Amount do not changed, we can say, or amount not changed. It means in the house we can say money is conserved. Money is conserved. Suppose any external person will arrive here somehow. Any external person will arrive here somehow. What will happen? Let's say the son have given to the amount to this particular external person. This is one external, his friend, you can say, external friend. He have given how much? 100 rupees. Now how much it will have? 0 rupees. Now how much amount left in the house is? You will say sir, in the house now 0 plus 600 plus 500. Sir, only 1100. Now how much remains after transferring? You will say sir 1100 only. Now amount house changed. Earlier the amount is 1200, now it is 1100. So can I say the money is not conserved? Money changed, the amount changed? Yes. The bachcho, now try to understand my terms very properly. Amount of money is conserved in the house. It means the total initial amount is equals to total final amount. Similarly, if the money is, when it is conserved, until unless an external person is available here. Now if external person will took from this particular friend how much? 100 rupees. Now the amount of money in the house will not conserve, it is changed. Similarly in forest case, conservation of forest means what? The trees should be conserved. The number of trees should not change, they should not get cut. Otherwise the number of trees will change, that will decrease, the amount of trees will change, means the forest is not conserved. Forest is conserved, it means the amount of forestation or forest area or forest land is still remains same. But generally what is happening? Forests are not conserved nowadays. What does it mean? It means they are getting shrinked, their area is changing. Forestation area or forest land is getting changed. It means the forest is not conserved. If the area of the forest remains same as it is, it do not change, we can say that the forest is conserved. Okay beta? So this is basic meaning of conservation. Here is the total initial whatever amount, forest or momentum should be equal to total final, you can say amount, momentum or forest. When the total initial is equal to total final, they do not change, we can say that that particular thing is conserved. Okay beta, I hope you got the point related to conservation. Now I am making clear again with the particular technical process of momentum only. We will take the example of momentum now only. I hope this particular example you will understand very properly. If the total amount do not change, the money is conserved. If amount changed, money is not conserved. Similarly, we will going to use this particular analogy as it is in the momentum part only. Let's see how. Let's take this box as it is. Let's say this box as it is. I hope you note the points very well. And let's erase this part also very well properly. Now bachcho, try to understand the thing. Let me make it little bit bigger for you, this box. Because you know this concept na, conservation concept na, generally students got confused what conservation means, because this term only you heard in the forest case, right? But actually conservation means, I hope you are getting ki something should remains as it is. Something, जैसे suppose मैंने, if I cut the two trees from the forest and again you can say I put the new trees in, I plant the new trees in the particular forest. So again the number of trees do not changed. What I have done, listen again very carefully. The 2 trees I have cut, yes, so forest is not conserved now. Suppose two neem trees I have cut from the forest. So now if I saw the 2 trees of people in this particular or any particular plant, or you can say neem, or any particular tree, you can say any tree you just want to consider, you can consider, okay, or you just can consider neem only, let's say neem only. So अगर मैं 2 पीपल के पेड़ वापस नीम की जगह 2 पीपल के पेड़ लगा दूंगा, और 2 नीम के पेड़ मैंने काट लिए थे जंगल से, तो जंगल कंजर्व नहीं था, पर मैंने वापस क्या किया, 2 पीपल के पेड़ लगा दिए नीम की जगह, तो क्या अभी भी फॉरेस्ट कंजर्व रहेगा सर? क्या हाँ, पहले जितने ट्री थे उतने अभी भी है, 2 काटे तो 2 वापस लगा दिए, तो फॉरेस्ट इज स्टिल कंजर्व, बिकॉज टोटल इनिशियल इज इक्वल टू टोटल फाइनल. I hope you got the point related to conservation very very well. Now बच्चों, I am going to utilize the same thing in the terms of what? Momentum. Let's say बच्चों, there is one isolated box. Isolated box means क्या sir? Isolated box means there is no force you can apply inside the box from outside of the box. Again I am telling you, no force can be applied from outside of the box to inside. यानी मैं बाहर से अंदर की तरफ कोई भी फोर्स नहीं लगा सकता. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ आइसोलेटेड ब्लॉक्स. आइसोलेटेड बॉक्स का मतलब यहां पर मेरा ये है कि इस बॉक्स के अंदर आप बाहर से कोई भी फोर्स नहीं लगा सकते. इट मीन्स नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स इज देयर इनसाइड द बॉक्स. ठीक, वॉट एवर द फोर्स इनसाइड द बॉक्स इज ऑफ इनसाइड ओनली. क्लियर? So let's take two different balls. Let's take its mass is m1, its mass is m2. This ball having velocity here in this direction v1 and its have velocity v2. Generally we denote initial velocity with u1, so I am just taking here u1 as a notation and this is having u2. Now you are thinking, sir, how they got the velocity? Yes, somehow just we managed to give them velocity. Then after I close the gate. Once I have given them the velocities, I have thrown the ball and I have closed the gates. So you should not concern about this. You should concern about the concept which I am going to deliver you now. This ball having mass m1, velocity u1. This ball having mass m2, velocity u2. If I say u1 is greater than u2, if I say u1 is greater than u2, what will happen? Sir, this is bigger and this is smaller, na? So sir, they will collide, sir. This ball will stuck to this mass m2 ball. Yes, obviously they will get collide. Yes, there will be collision takes place. So before collision condition I am taking here, before collision, what is the initial momentum of this particular mass m1? What you will say? Sir, P initial is equals to, what is the formula for momentum, sir? Mass into velocity, na? So what is mass here? m1 mass. What is mass here? Velocity here? u1, sir. Okay, no issues, sir. So what is the momentum of the ball 1? Sir, ball 1 momentum is P initial is equals to m1 u1. What is the initial momentum of ball 2? Sir, similarly I can calculate for ball number 2, initial momentum is equals to m2 into u2. Mass into velocity. So what is the total initial momentum? So sir, total initial momentum you are asking, na? So I can add them, m1 u1 plus m2 u2, because both have the same direction, so we can directly add in a vector quantity. If the two vector quantities are in the same direction, then we can we can add them directly. There is no confusion about this. I hope so. ठीक है बच्चे? Yes. Now I hope my audio video is clear. Yes, fine. Now after collision, again they will have some momentum. Yes, sir, obviously they will have some momentum. Now after certain distance they will get collide here, these two balls. Yes sir, they will get collide. M1, M2, there will be collision between them. Yes, after collision the mass M1 have certain velocity it will have. After collision, let's take that velocity as a v1. Similarly, the mass M2 have certain velocity here. Yes, let's take that as a v2. So now can you tell me what will be the total momentum after collision? Sir, I can tell you the total final momentum after collision is equals to, directly you can say kya? M1 v1 plus M2 v2, because again they have the same direction. So I can say M1 v1 plus M2 v2. If now I am making the statement of conservation of momentum, this thing I hope you are getting clear, ki what is initial momentum and what is total final momentum before collision and after collision. Let me make you clear also here. Before collision and this is after collision. After collision. One or two numericals will solve. Again, one or two not. We have to solve so many numericals over this particular topic. But as I hope this particular part is also visible, let me make the clarity again. Before collision and after collision. Yes. So, bachcho, according to statement of conservation of momentum, the total initial momentum is equals to total final momentum when there is no external force applied on the system. This is one system I have taken here, closed system, and it is an isolated system which I have already told you. आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम अगर नहीं होता तो सर क्या यहाँ पर कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम फॉलो होता? कि तो मैं कहता नहीं होता बेटा, इस बॉक्स का मोमेंटम कंजर्व नहीं रहता. हो सकता है कि इसको कोई बाहर से आके रोक ले तो इसका मोमेंटम चेंज कर से, बाहर वाला पॉसिबिलिटी है ना. तो हम लोग क्या कहेंगे यहाँ पर कि व्हेन, लेट मी मेक द स्टेटमेंट हियर, वेयर आई कैन पुट हियर, आई थिंक हियर, व्हेन नो external force on the system, then we can say that the total initial momentum is equals to total final momentum. T for total, I for initial, M for momentum. T for total, F for final, M for momentum. Total initial momentum is equal to total final momentum. So what is total initial momentum, sir? This. What is total final momentum, sir? This. So sir, we can equate them, kya sir? Yes, we can equate them. This particular liberty we got because of this particular conservation of momentum part. And this conservation of momentum only valid when there is no external force on this system. If there is any external force on the system, in this particular system there will be no conservation of momentum. This system's momentum will not be conserved. It is only conserved when there is no external force. So I can say that the total initial momentum is equal to total final momentum, and equations I can write here: m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So this equation which is written on the board is again one of the most important equation in the physics. Conservation of momentum equation. There is a proof of it, but we should not go for that particular proof. We should understand the concept only. Now again, just in a 1 minute I am going to revise all the things. Listen very carefully, bachcho. कि व्हेन अ सिस्टम इज देयर इट इज आइसोलेटेड, मतलब क्या कि बाहर से उसके ऊपर कोई भी फोर्स नहीं लग रहा है, नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स। हम बाहर से अगर फोर्स लगेंगे तो सर क्या मोमेंटम कंजर्व नहीं होगा क्या? हाँ, नहीं होगा बेटा। कैसे? आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू, जस्ट वेट। बट राइट नाउ यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम डूइंग। रिकेप, फोकस हियर अगेन कि वन सिस्टम वी हैव टेकन, राइट? नाउ इन दिस सिस्टम there is one ball of mass m1, one ball of mass m2, right? It is having velocity u1, it is having velocity u2. So what is momentum? m1 u1. What is momentum? m2 u2. So what is total initial momentum before collision? Sir, m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Now collision will takes place if u1 is greater than u2. Yes, obviously sir, it will takes place. So after collision what will be the velocity? Let's say v1 and let's say v2. So what is total final momentum after collision? After collision, sir, m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Clear? So with the help of conservation of momentum, we can say that no external force is applied on the system, then we can say that the total initial momentum will be equal to total final momentum. Okay bachcho, this equation is, again I'm telling you, this particular part you have to write very properly. First of all, put the heading, then after write the formula for momentum, then after you can prepare this particular box, and also what you can do is you can, in this box you can make this particular figure very properly. Okay, after that you can write initial momentum properly, then after similarly you can write final momentum and you can add that. Okay, so wait, let me help you here also. Similarly I can write, I hope this part is visible. Yes, a final momentum of first ball will be m1 v1 and final momentum of second ball will be equal to m2 v2. So what is total final momentum? I have placed here initial momentum, placed here before collision and after collision. Okay. So I hope I have cleared this particular topic in this particular lecture, this theoretical concept very well. And if any particular confusion is there, you can contact to the particular class teacher of yours, and I will clear your doubts there also. Okay beta, so please stay focused, work on your particular concepts very well, maintain your notes in this lecture very well, because this is the only notes here you should maintain from the class itself. In the next lecture, in the next video, we are going to solve the numericals. First of all, I will provide you some questions from the particular exercise and book, solve that, and then after I will also provide some numericals on the video lecture also. Okay, there is some changes needs to do. Here is before spelling is there, so I hope this is also clear. Okay bachcho, so thank you, and in the next video we are going to understand some numericals also. Some exercise question I will take, or some extra numerical I will take. Till time, revise this particular concept very well and try to understand. If any confusion query is there, you know very well what to do. Already explained you can discuss with your teacher, respective class teacher. Okay beta, so thank you. A final momentum of first ball will be m1 v1 and final momentum of second ball will be equal to m2 v2. So what is total final momentum? I have placed here initial momentum, placed here before collision and after collision. Okay. So I hope I have cleared this particular topic in this particular lecture, this theoretical concept very well. And if any particular confusion is there, you can contact to the particular class teacher of yours, and I will clear your doubts there also. Okay beta, so please stay focused, work on your particular concepts very well, maintain your notes in this lecture very well, because this is the only notes here you should maintain from the class itself. In the next lecture, in the next video, we are going to solve the numericals. First of all, I will provide you some questions from the particular exercise and book, solve that, and then after I will also provide some numericals on the video lecture also. Okay, there is some changes needs to do. Here is before spelling is there, so I hope this is also clear. Okay bachcho, so thank you, and in the next video we are going to understand some numericals also. Some exercise question I will take, or some extra numerical I will take. Till time, revise this particular concept very well and try to understand. If any confusion query is there, you know very well what to do. Already explained you can discuss with your teacher, respective class teacher. Okay beta, so thank you.